Thank you so much for having me. Good afternoon, everybody. How's
Afternoon.
everybody doing?
Great.
Awesome. So would you like me to get started and just speak off the cuff, or is it okay?
Why don't you talk about the drug take back day?
Perfect.
That'll
Perfect.
we'll include some information in our communication, but it'd be
Sure.
nice to hear
Okay.
the summary from you.
You got it. Okay. To start it up, the police department in Walpole here is going to participate in the what's referred to as the National Prescription Take Back Day, which is it's a national initiative that we haven't participated in Walpole in a few years. It's usually held each spring and each fall, so twice a year. And the date for this spring event is going to be Saturday, April the 24th. So that is a week from this upcoming Saturday. And it's going to be held from 10 in the morning until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the police department parking lot, the rear parking lot, kind of behind our building. We're going to try and do our best to make it kind of a drive-through style event where folks can kind of basically pull up and we'll bring a box or a bin up, and it'll allow you to just dispose of your medications without getting out of your vehicle. If you want to get out and talk to us and converse with us, that's definitely welcome too. But we figured just given today's climate, this might be the safest way to play it initially to start. So again, it'll be Saturday, April the 24th, a week from this Saturday, from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. In the rear parking lot behind our police station. The address is 50 South Street in Walpole. And again, it's going to be kind of drive-through style. We'll set up some cones and some signs to direct people where to go. And we'll be outside there. This is a really great event. It's something that safely allows for residents to dispose of any and all their unused and unwanted medication. And this differs a little bit from our the pill bin that we have in the vestibule of the police department, which is accessible 24/7, 365. But in our bin, the only form of medication that's accepted is pills only. On these drug take-back days, however, medications in all forms are accepted. So that includes pills, creams, liquids, just as long as they're brought in a sealed container or some type of sealed bag. And they'll also take pet medications also, the veterinary medications as well. And another great aspect of the drug take back day is the awesome crew from the health department, the Walpole Health Department, will be there with us to collect any unwanted sharps, which are commonly referred to as like needles or syringes or lancets. So it's great for diabetics or anybody who, frequently takes medication in the form of sharps. In the health department, while they're there, is also going to distribute smaller sharps containers to anybody who frequently disposes of sharps. So it's a nice thing to have, a convenient thing to have also. So like I alluded to a little while ago is if possible, we respectfully request that you try and keep the medications in their original container or in something that's sealed. That has the name of the medication and the dosage visible. If you'd like to, you can black out your name. It's not mandatory though. Everything that we collect goes straight to an incinerator. We bring it to a regional drop point and it's handed over to the National Guard and they bring it straight to an incinerator. It's located in Massachusetts. Like I said before, it's pretty much open to everything. The only item that we can't collect or that's not collected are thermometers because of the mercury. But I believe, and I can confirm the date, I believe the following Saturday is Walpole Hazardous Waste Collection Day, which is up at the Fisher School. Again, I can double check on the date on that. But if you have a thermometer to dispose of, that would be the day where those would be collected. And the awesome crew from the Council on Aging is also going to be over with us at the Take Back Day as well. So we look forward to seeing everybody, and it's a great event. And it allows people to safely dispose of any and all unused and unwanted medications. So we're looking forward to participating in it. It's the first time in a couple of years that we've done it, and we want to try and get as good of a turnout as we can. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody. Do you guys have any questions on that?
Bill, are those Sharps containers going to be available at a no cost, at no fee?
Correct. Yes. Yep. So the Board of Health will have them. I should have brought one over. I know we have a couple of sample ones at the police department, but they're smaller. But yeah, they'll be distributed at no cost to residents.
Any other questions that people have specifically about the drug take back day? It's a good opportunity to clean those cabinets.
Carrie, can I ask, how do you want those needles contained until they get to the drop off?
If you have them, I believe most people that have them, they're little small Sharps disposal containers, usually about a little bigger than my pen, probably about the size of my pen, and they're a little thicker in width. That you can put as many of them as you want to, and you can bring those down and kind of just toss them in the one of the larger containers that the Board of Health will have.
So if they were in a plastic bag, the client themselves could deposit them into the needle box?
I think they could, yeah. I mean, because they're all going into the same collection bin. Yes. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions?
Yeah, you had also, I don't know if you know about the hazardous waste day that you mentioned for the following week. Is there a charge for that, or is that also a free?
I believe that's also free. It differs from, I know, the electronics recycling. I know there's a small cost to actually recycle the materials, but I do believe the household hazardous waste day is a service that's put on by the town that I believe is no cost to residents. Again, I can verify that. I just checked on the date really quick
Okay,
this
great.
morning because of the reminder about the thermometers. But I can follow up on that, and I'll reach out to you guys.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have used the hazardous waste, and prior, now maybe it's changed, there was a charge for certain things.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're probably correct on that. But I can reach out and verify and pass on that information. Maybe the Sherry or the ladies over here can get it out in into the Council on Aging newsletter.
I'm just looking to see if maybe the Board of Health has that posted while we're chatting.
Mm-hmm.
I know you also had suggested that you might cover some information about the reverse 911. We know the rest.
Sure. Yep. That'll be the next item. If nobody else has any other questions about the prescription take back day. Over the last couple of weeks, the police department has had to utilize what's referred to as the town's emergency notification system. It's more frequently referred to word of mouth is the reverse 911 is a reverse 911 call. So we've had to do it twice over the last couple of weeks. And it's not just used by the police department. We probably utilize it the most, but also the fire department, the Board of Health, the DPW, and the town administration also have access to it. And its main goal is when a critical event occurs, with respect to the police department, it's most likely at an event where safety might be an issue for town residents. It allows us to pass on information to residents in kind of a mass form. So it's an opt-in system, which means you have to sign up for it. It's not something that a service that you automatically get, just by virtue of having a landline or a cell phone. It's something you have to register for. Yeah, it's on the town's website. I have the link, and what I might do is forward it again to you guys, and maybe you can put it in your newsletter. And what I'll do is I'll do a Facebook post on the police department's page later on this afternoon, just with that link. Again, it's off of the town's website, and the instructions are pretty easy to sign up. It's free. It's no cost. And residents can register as many forms as they want to. They can do their home phone, cell phone, email address, or all of the above. There's no limit to the amount of either phone numbers or email addresses you can register with the system. So again, we don't utilize it often, but when we do, it's a pretty important service that town residents can definitely benefit from having.
If somebody doesn't have a computer to sign up for it, can they just call the police department, or is there a specific number to call?
They could call the police department and we could definitely help them out. If not, what we do is we'd probably reach out to the town hall and we would facilitate that. But yes, if they don't have a computer, most definitely can call us. You can call me at the police station and I will handle that for you. Absolutely.
Any other questions about reverse 911? We have had a couple of calls lately, so it's been a topic of interest.
Yeah.
And do you follow up on the reverse 911s with the outcome? Or?
Yes. So I believe what we did, the last one that we had was an incident at the beginning of last week on Norfolk Street. So there was an initial reverse 911, just kind of advising residents of the, just giving a brief synopsis of the situation that was ongoing. And then once that situation was deemed safe by the police officers that had responded, we did actually place a second follow-up reverse 911 call out, just to let everybody know that, again, the situation was deemed safe and the scene would kind of start to break down and the roads would be opened back up and the area was safe to enter. And I believe we also reassured residents that lived in that area that there was no longer a threat or any type of threat to those neighborhoods that were around that part of Norfolk Street.
Great service.
Yeah. Yes.
Any other questions about reverse 911? We did find the hazardous waste information.
Oh, perfect.
While we were chatting, and there are some fees. Excellent.
Okay.
$10 for a car.
Really? Yikes.
$10 per car for up to 25 gallons or 25.
Oh, okay. Maybe for fluid or for okay.
Of a certain size, 25 of another. We'll post this probably maybe Debbie tomorrow in the e-news, and we'll get it out on Facebook too. I sent it over to you, Bill, as well.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
There are some charges, and at least minimally a fee of $10 per car before you go in for up to 25 gallons or pounds.
Understood.
It does say that there's no charge for oil, car batteries, antifreeze, propane tanks, and fluorescent bulbs, and they will not collect tires. So we'll
good to know. Good information to know.
Yeah, good.
I think they only do that like once a year, so this is the one chance to get everything.
Right.
I'll keep an eye out for a flyer if it's not already posted, and share it so everyone will have all the details. Thanks.
Yep, it's all. We found it. It was on the town website. I think you also mentioned that you might chat a little bit about scams. Unfortunately,
sure. Yeah.
Not seen any drop off. In fact, maybe we've seen a little bit of an increase.
No, yeah. Now that now that things are starting to slowly get back to normal, the next thing I kind of wanted to touch upon was scams. And they come, I'm sure as you guys know, they come in all kinds, all various ways, shapes, and forms. And the majority of them are, unfortunately, aimed at targeting seniors, whether that be through phone, through snail mail, through email, and etc. It seems like you can't turn around without being confronted in some way, shape, or form and by some type of scam. So some of the more common trends that we see often too at the police station, we get scam phone calls all the time. Often involved what are referred to as spoofed phone numbers, where the scammer's calling you from someplace far, far away. You know, it could be the other side of the world or it could be another country, but they're able to manipulate the caller ID for a local phone number to appear. And their goal obviously is to get the victim or the person involved to see a local phone number. Some common examples that we've seen are like Walpole Cooperative Bank or Eversource or a local business. We've also seen the Walpole Police Department. People have called and said, hey, the Walpole Police came up on my caller ID a little while ago, with the intent that they get that person they're targeting to answer the phone, and then they try and go from there. So as far as prevention goes, we always tell people, don't answer your phone if you don't recognize the phone number that's calling you. They can't scam you at all, again, into your personal information if you don't talk to them, if you don't answer the phone. So we can start there. And then if you do wind up speaking to a person and you detect that it's some type of a scam, just don't provide any personal information. That's the most important thing. It's one of those things we say all the time. If it seems too good to be true, it most likely is, unfortunately. A couple other examples are ones that my relatives have gotten themselves, are the grandparent scam, which usually involves somebody calling and telling you that your grandchild has either been in a car accident and is injured in the hospital, or they've been arrested and they need some type of bail money or money to get them out. And they try and coerce the person into involving purchasing a large amount of gift cards or making a large withdrawal from a local bank. And a lot of the businesses in Walpole are great. They've been trained to recognize this trend. So we've gotten phone calls from the clerks at CVS. They'll say, hey, there's an older person here that's attempting to buy, $800 worth of gift cards, of Amazon gift cards. And they'll call us and we'll go right down there, and we're able to kind of stop that from it happening and prevent somebody from getting scammed. We've also gone to some of the local banks, again, the Walpole Co-op. One time there was an elderly gentleman there that was attempting to withdraw a large amount of money. And we were actually able to develop a type of ruse to play along with it, kind of. And we were able to actually, apprehend a couple of people that were involved in this when they came out to Walpole and tried to meet up with this person and collect a large amount of money. We were able to apprehend those two people. So it's sad that it's happening, but it's one of those things that it just that always occurs. And because some of the scams are I got sidetracked. Some of the scams also involve law enforcement or people pretending to be law enforcement. One way to recognize this is any police department or government agency or federal law enforcement agency will never threaten you with arrest or monetary fines or anything like that if you don't clear up like an arrest warrant, which they'll try and solicit money from you. They'll tell you that you have 5 outstanding warrants and you need to pay X amount of money to take care of those. And then they'll send you down along the line of either making a withdrawal from a bank or getting gift cards. And one important thing to remember is no police department will ever threaten you with an arrest, the event of an arrest, if you don't clear up warrants or anything like that. I mean, we'll never do that. So that's another easy way to spot a potential scam. And that's about it on the scams. I know I kind of just touched upon it briefly, but does anybody have any questions there?
You can have the question. You
Sure.
need to unmute, James.
I think Jean wanted to say something, but she hasn't.
Yeah, I had a call. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. I had a call last week or a week or so ago, and they said they were collecting for the police. Is
Okay.
that a current scam?
They are, well, I can tell you right now, the Walpole Police Department, or nor the Walpole Police Department, nor the Walpole Police Union are currently, neither one are currently soliciting money from anybody.
Okay.
If we do utilize, or if the police union, it's usually not the police department, it's usually the police union that would utilize a type of service. But we typically haven't done that. Usually what we'll do is a mass mailing and we'll send out a brochure through the mail.
Yeah.
But right now, I mean, that is a definitely a common scam that people will, will call you and tell you that they're collecting for either a local police department or a sheriff's office or something to that extent. And those are typically, if you ask them for specifics, usually they aren't able to provide any relevant information, and that's a good way to.
He said he had some business in the mail, and you can send it, but I don't commit over the phone. So
exactly,
he hung up on me.
Smart play. That was you played it perfectly. Right. That's excellent.
So I assumed it was a scam. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Most
Thank
likely.
you.
Yep. No problem.
Yeah.
I have received calls supposedly from the Social Security office.
Okay. Yep.
Telling my Social Security number has been breached. So, and I knew that right away it was a scam because they usually don't do that. They wanted information about me. And so
right. That's another common one. Yeah, the Social Security one is. Yeah, I totally forgot about that, but that's a pretty popular one also. So, thank you for that.
They will only contact you via mail. They will not call you on the phone. And if they are asking you for your Social Security number,
that's a red flag.
They will never ask for your Social Security number. They know it. They'll never call. And I just want to say I'm really glad you got those bad guys.
Yeah, that was that one wound up working well. It was just scrolling for the good guys on that day last year. So, yeah.
Any other questions or comments about scams? Unfortunately, I think it's something that happens to so many seniors that everyone has a call or something happen. If it gives you that tingly feeling, listen to that tingly feeling.
And if you ever have any questions, anybody who's listening ever has any questions about anything, don't hesitate to give us a call. We talk to people daily, and don't feel ashamed or don't feel embarrassed. We talk to people every day that'll call us and tell us that hey, I think I might have got a scam phone call. And what we'll do is we'll take the number down, the information and the number down, and we'll do what we can with it. But it's one of those things that it just happens to everybody. So
well, that's good to know. Is there any way to block these scam messages on your phone?
You might be able to through the phone company, but it's so tough because what they typically do is they robo dial you. So they just hit every area code or every exchange. It's almost like a mass form of dialing. So you could block one or two particular numbers, but then you might get a call the next day from a different number.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
The best thing is just best way to play it is just don't answer the phone if you don't recognize the number. I mean, I get them on my phone all the time, and I just don't answer. Sure. And they can't scam me or can't get any of my information if I don't give any of it to them. So it's a good defense.
Thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions about scams? I think you had something else too, Bill, right?
Oh yeah, I had a couple other things. So this week, actually, it's the second week in April. So this year it's April, I believe the 11th through the 17th is National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week 2021. So I just wanted to give a shout out to all the public safety dispatchers next door. There's 10 of us total, and they do an unbelievable job. So in Walpole, we have 10 total dispatchers that staff the Emergency Communication Center at the police department, 24/7, 365. There's also a small handful of police officers that are certified telecommunicators too, that do a great job when called upon to sit the dispatch desk and work. And we handle all the emergency dispatch service for the town. So we did do the dispatch for the police department, the fire department, and we're also the backup for the DPW and the school department during off hours. So it's a very I don't want to call it underappreciated, but it's an underrated position. You don't always get to see them, but you talk to them and you hear them all the time, and they do an unbelievable job with everything between the medical calls for the fire department and the criminal related stuff for the police department. It's not an easy job, and you have to have expansive knowledge and all of our dispatchers do, and they do a great job. So they're very well deserving of this week of recognition, which is a nationwide thing. So I just wanted to give everybody a shout out and a plug for all the hard work they do. So. And I had one other shameless plug. Right now, the police union is selling specialty patches as part of a fundraiser for donations that we're going to make to a couple of deserving charitable organizations in Walpole. So the first one, I don't know if you guys can see it, is an autism awareness. It's a Walpole Police autism awareness patch. I'm trying to hold it up like this over my face. But it's a Walpole Police patch. It's specialty made. And we're selling these. We'll have them on sale until we run out, basically. But for the autism awareness patches, all the proceeds for this are going to be donated to the Best Buddies program at Walpole High School, which is a program that promotes inclusion, and it pairs up special needs students with your peers through all types of activities like sports, extracurricular projects, music, theater, pretty much everything. So it's an awesome program that it's local, and the police department is very proud to be, the police union is going to be very proudly making a donation with the proceeds of the patch sales. And then we're also doing, we're also selling the second patch here. It's a Walpole Police, a kind of a shamrock. It's a shamrock St. Patrick's Day theme patch. And proceeds from sales of the shamrock patches are being donated to Project Fund, which is a Walpole-based organization that holds fundraisers to invest in young adults, either that are in need, and that they also offer scholarships, and very community-based organization. So those are two very worthy groups that the police union is going to be proudly making a donation to. So we'll have these patches on sale basically anytime at the police department. You can come on down and buy some in person, or if you want to send us an envelope, we'll mail them out to you. So it's a kind of a shameless plug, but it's another thing where another form of community policing that the department's proud to participate in. You know, the Walpole PD has always been big on community policing and the philosophy, and this is just another form of that. So.
How much are the badges?
Oh, I'm sorry. They I should have said that. So they're $10 each. $10 each, which is a lot of other cities and towns have some type of specialty patch itself, and that's about the same cost. So going forward, we'll also be doing the pink patches coming in the fall, and those will be the department will be making a donation to like a breast cancer organization also. So we'll have those probably September, October time.
Great.
Yeah, that's about all I have, or everything that I wrote down at least. Does anybody have any questions on anything, either police or fire or dispatch related, or about community policing or any other programs?
Does that price include sewing the patches on a jacket? No, you wouldn't do that. No.
I could try. I'm not very good at it. I don't know if you'd want me to do it. Probably put it on upside down if I could do it. Any other questions?
Thank you. Thank you for the
Checking to see
information.
if
No problem. Thank you all for having me. This has been fun. Hopefully, maybe we can come back and do it again sometime.
Thank you, Bill.
Great information. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, not a problem.
And
We're
thank
always right next door. So if you guys ever need
Thank you.
anything, yeah, don't hesitate. All right.
Thanks.